Hello families, welcome to first grade virtual back to school night. Here's your teachers. Our first grade team is excited about this year. We've had a great start and we can't wait to see what's next. I'm Mrs. Grant and today I'll cover tips for success in first grade and communication. Tips and tricks for success in first grade. The first thing we talk about is being supportive. And I know the first grade teams will do whatever we can to support your child and you in our new learning environment. A way that you can help support your child and us is to have your child's learning environment organized. Make sure they have all the supplies that they need, the supplies that you purchased from the supply list, and all the supplies that were in the learning bag that we provided with your child. Another way to help them stay organized is remember to send all of their learning supplies with them if they go to some remote learning. For instance, if they go to daycare, they should have all of their books and their supplies with them to ensure that they have a great day of learning. The next thing we talk to the kids about is being attentive in our Zoom lessons. We have taught the children to stay muted when other people are talking. We've also talked to them about maybe staying after a lesson if they have a specific question or type it in the chat. We've also taught the children to be prepared for learning so that they can be attentive, making sure that they can hear us, that they can see us, that their face is in the screen, and that they're ready to learn. The last thing we work with our students is being respectful, not only just to us, but to each other when we're in our Zoom learning. The children have done a great job with their Zoom expectations and being respectful. And I know this is helpful, and together we soar higher. Hey parents, I'd like to talk to you about communication. The first grade team knows how important communication is, especially in this virtual world that we're living in right now. The first way to get information from us is the daily announcements on your Canvas page. Please be sure that you and your child check the announcements in the morning. The second way, and probably the best way, is email. If we have any specific questions or concerns or actually announcements, we'll send them to you via email, and we'll ask the same of you. We know that we have such a short amount of time to cover so much in our live Zoom lessons that we'll ask if you have a specific question or concern that you email us so that we can make the most of the time that we have with your children. We've also set up office hours every day from 9 to 9:30. You can come and visit us then and ask questions live. We can also set up an office hour time specifically for you on a Monday. On the parent page in Canvas, there is a section that's a parent portal or a parent page. It has lots of information for you. It also has our first grade newsletter. The newsletter will come out every other week, and it will have important dates coming up. It'll also have any announcements that we want you to focus on, as well as our curriculum focus. Please remember to email us at any time if you need us for anything.
Hello, Ashland families. My name is Mrs. Cadlick, and I'm one of the first grade teachers here at Ashland. I'm going to give you a quick tour of your child's Canvas homepage, and we're going to highlight the buttons and some new features that have rolled out since we started school a few weeks ago. So as your child logs into Canvas, I'm sure they've noticed the first thing that pops up on their dashboard are morning announcements. We're asking that your child logs into Canvas about 10 minutes before their scheduled Zoom time. We would love for them to watch the morning announcements. We think it's a wonderful way for them to start their day and to still be a part of the school experience. After your child is finished with morning announcements, the first thing they're going to do is click on their homeroom page. Once in the child's homeroom, you will be able to access all of our buttons and our Zoom. So now each teacher's page might look slightly different because of their preferred classroom decor. You will find Monday through Friday buttons on our home pages, along with our Zoom class expectations, a Zoom button for easy convenience for your child to access their daily Zooms, They will also find their Encore button, and then we also have a parent portal button that is for you. So as your child comes in, the first thing they're going to do is click on their Zoom link. This will take them directly to their session. They will be put in a waiting room until class begins at 9:30. During the day, once they're finished with their live Zoom session and their small groups, the next thing on their schedule would be Encore. You can find their Encore schedule on their page. So once they go to Encore, this is a daily schedule for one of our classroom teachers. Your child's Encore rotation might be a little bit different. But in order to access their Encore, all they'll have to do is simply click on the button. It will take them directly to the page. There will be a live Zoom link for your child to access during Encore in case they need some help. We have some home buttons at the bottom of each page to make it nice and easy to bring your child right back into their homeroom. Over here on the side, we have a couple new features that we have been utilizing for the past couple weeks. I want to highlight the announcement button. Now, this is different from the announcements from Ashland. This announcement button are announcements from your child's classroom teacher. We want your child to be in the habit of checking announcements daily. So after they hear the morning announcements from Ashland, we would love if they could quickly check out announcements from their teacher. Some days there might be an announcement, some days there may not be, but we want you to be in the habit of checking announcements. Announcements can also pop up throughout the day, so make sure to check back throughout the day. On your child's page, when they click their button, we're going to click on Friday, just for an example. When you click here, this will take you to each of our subject areas. We have math, social studies, science, reading, and writing. We've also included some extra activities for your child in case they complete Canvas activities early. When your child clicks on a subject, let's click on math, for example. Oh, and I'm so sorry. Let me take you back to my view. Once your child clicks on that subject, it's going to bring them to their independent work in Canvas for the day. So your child will come in. There is a wonderful feature up here at the top called Immersive Reader. In case you are not able to be around to assist your child in Canvas, they can simply click on Immersive Reader and it will read the text to them. So your child will complete an activity in Canvas. Some days they will not have to submit any work. So this says no submission today. Your child will simply work on the activity and they can click on their next button. When they're finished in Canvas, it's going to bring them to a page that says, stop, congratulations, you are done for Friday for that subject area. Once again, we have a home button to quickly take them back into their homeroom to either get them ready for their next Zoom session where they can quickly click our button here, or they can complete another subject area in Canvas. I'll show you one more in social studies. When your child logs in, they'll be able to work on a lesson for the day. Sometimes there might be a video read aloud by teachers, or remember, there is that immersive reader function. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any more questions about our Canvas home pages, please feel free to email your child's teacher. Thank you.
Hi, Ashland families. I'm Kathy Renfro. I'm part of the first grade team. I am in my 7th year here at Ashland and my 25th year teaching. 24 of those years is in first grade. I love to teach first grade. I love to teach reading and writing and math. I love to get to know my first graders. I love to watch them build relationships with their peers. I love to get to know their families. I just love my job. That's why I'm here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing during the day on our Zooms. All right, I'm going to get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. Here we go. And you probably have already seen this. We sent this home via email at the start of the school year. And I'm just going to go through each of these sections just briefly. So every Tuesday through Friday, we have office hours from 9 to 9:30. I told my parents that I'm going to cut it off about 9:27 so I can end those meetings and open up my class meeting so that I'm ready to start right at 9:30. If you have questions for your child's teacher, you can go to their homepage and find the button that says parent. It might say parent page, it might say parent portal, but it will say parent. Click on that. And when you get to your parent page, there'll be a banner or a button that says Zoom meeting. Click on that and you will get into the waiting room. And if your child's teacher is available at that moment, she'll let you in. You can ask your questions, you can chat. If there are people waiting, you'll just have to wait. And for some reason, if your child's teacher cannot get to you, just send them an email, because we do have to start right away at 9:30. We've asked the students if they could go ahead and watch the announcements prior to getting on their 9:30 Zoom. Ashland announcements are awesome, and they're still awesome virtually. So it's a great way for them to start their day. They can hear about what's going on at school, hear about the weather, find out what day they're on so they can double check their encore time. Dr. Jax always gets us going when he gets to join us on the announcements. He can make them laugh and tell them a joke. So it's actually just a great day, a day starter for them. So please try to help with that. All right, so it's 9:30 and they get on and we start our Zoom meetings, and we will start every day with a morning meeting. Morning meetings are great. They create community. They reinforce academic and social skills in lively ways. They strengthen communication skills. They encourage cooperation and inclusion. And what we do is we start with a greeting, so the boys and girls can say good morning to each other, good morning to their teacher, wave. We have a sharing time, and sometimes that sharing time will look like a few people answering a question or sharing out. Sometimes all the students will get to share out. Sometimes they'll go to breakout rooms, so they'll be talking to each other in a small group instead of the large Zoom group. We'll do a group activity. It might be a game, it might be a dance, it might be a chant, and then we do a morning message. And then we're ready to start with our language arts. So we will be focusing from that first block, 9:30 to 10:15, on reading and writing, and we'll throw some social studies in there as well. But during that time, we're going to be doing interactive read alouds, and we'll focus on things that will help build some metacognitive skills, like making connections or predicting or inferencing, visualizing, those types of things. Those are things we'll work on in the morning. We'll do shared reading. During our writing time, we're going to be focusing the first 9 weeks on narrative writing. And so the children will be writing about them, things that really happened to them. We'll also do journal writing, and they have more freedom with that. They can make up stories and that kind of thing. But the focus for writing is narrative. Then it's 10:15, and this is their small group and independent work time. That's 10:15 to 11:15. Some of us are doing our phonics groups at this time, and some might be doing those phonics groups in the afternoon small group session. But our phonics groups is a research-based phonics program that will help develop strong phonics skills, that will help build stronger readers and writers. So if your child went to kindergarten at Ashland, they took the kindergarten part of the phonics program. We're just doing the first grade part. When they are not in a small group, that's when they can be working on their Canvas assignments or finishing up work from the morning session. Then it's 11:15 and they get to go to Encore. So whatever day it is, they'll go to their homepage, they'll go and press the Encore button, they'll click on whatever Encore they have. And starting tomorrow, when they click on that, they can also get on that live Zoom and their teachers will be there, because starting tomorrow, the Ashland Encore team will be hosting synchronous Zoom sessions for your child's Encore time. The lessons will still be available for students to complete asynchronously, but if your child struggles with device navigation, Encore teachers will be playing their lesson recordings through Zoom from 11:15 to 12. so the students can complete their activities live with the teacher. So if that's something that your child's been struggling with, now they can get on the Zoom and do the activities live with the teacher. Then they have lunch from 12 to 1. And then at 1 o'clock, we're starting with math. And we always start math with calendar. And during math, we try to do as much hands-on math as we can with whatever math concept we're working on. The children were given a math toolbox. It's actually a Ziploc bag that's filled with manipulatives for them to work when we're on our live Zooms or when they're doing their Canvas work. We'll focus on problem solving and critical thinking. We do so much with number sense and the power of 10. Number sense is so important. If they don't have a good understanding of number sense, math can become difficult, and as math becomes more difficult, having a strong knowledge of number will help you out. So we do spend a lot of time on number sense. You might see your child looking at dots and writing down how many dots they see. That's subatizing. You might see your child looking at 10 frames and trying to figure out how many more they need to get to 10, or using 10 frames to make the teen numbers. So that's a big part of our math program. So math is over. It's 1:45 and we're back into small groups. So right now we're doing PALS testing, and this whole week we'll continue to do that. And if we need to schedule times the following week we'll let you know. We're also going to try to get some reading assessments in. As soon as we're finished with all of that, we will make our guided reading groups, and we'll have small group reading groups during this time. If your child is not in a group, again, they can work on Canvas or finish up math assignments. We're going to try to start a closing circle or read aloud at the end of the day when all the testing is done. We just feel like it's a good time to get back with the kids and say bye, read a story, have some reminders about the next day. So look for that in the future. So thank you. Now, I didn't mention this, I meant to. If they're finished with all their Canvas work or all their assignments, on their homepage, they have a list of things that they can work on. They could go to like Raz Kids or Dreambox. They can practice writing. They can practice writing their letters. They can write in their journal. They can write their numbers to 20. So anything that's going to help reinforce any of the skills that we're working on, they can do that if they finished all of their work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to get on things like Raz Kids and Dreambox and Epic. I forgot to mention Epic. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to go to my homepage. So when I get to my homepage, there is a Clever button. So all your child has to do is click on the Clever button. And if it doesn't take them here right away, it'll give them an option to click get on through their Office 365. They just need to click that, and then it'll take them here once they log in with their Office 365. But up here in the favorites, there's Dreambox. Once they click on that, it'll get them into Dreambox. Raz Kids is right here. Once they get into Raz Kids, they have to find their name on their teacher's page, and their password is their initials, first and last name, lowercase. Epic will just get them in. Some teachers might assign books. It's also a great program that they can go in and just find some really good books to look at. iStation will be starting shortly. So they should all be up here in the favorites and ready for your child to hop on. I hope I didn't go too fast. And I also hope that I answered maybe some questions you might have had. If you have more questions, email your child's teacher. I hope you have a great year. I know all the teachers look forward to working with the children. Ashland's amazing. You guys are amazing. Thanks for all your patience. Thanks for supporting us. And I hope to see everybody soon. Have a great night. Bye.
Hi first grade families, this is Miss Figueroa and today I'm going to teach you how to submit an assignment on Canvas. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open the assignment that you want to submit. I've opened the voting activity, but these steps will work for any assignment you want to submit. The first thing I'm going to do is click the blue Submit Assignment button. It's going to take me down here and I'll have some choices. I can either choose a file from my computer and find the location I've saved it, and I can submit. If that's the only file I want to add, I can just click the blue Submit Assignment button. I could also choose to add another file if I have multiple pictures of an assignment. The other option you have is to record or upload media. So if you've recorded a video of your student or they've recorded a video of themselves talking about their project, then you could upload it here. You also have the opportunity to record here. So I'll click on the button. Now it'll show me on the screen. I can record and upload my media by clicking the blue Record button. So if I start my recording, it'll give me a countdown. Hi first graders, I'm going to talk to you about voting today. There's my project. I can name it. I might name it Voting Project. And I would click Save. If I wanted to start over, I could always click here. Alright, it's not going to let me save because I'm not actually submitting the assignment. Another option you may see pop up in this media screen, if you're on a tablet or other mobile device, you will have an option for picture or to upload a picture. So if you have access to the Canvas app, you will be allowed to take a picture right through the app on your phone, on your tablet, and upload it. You can also submit photos that you've already taken on your phone and not have to take a new one. You know that you've successfully submitted your assignment after clicking the blue Submit button, and some confetti will fly. I can't wait to read and see all of the great assignments that your students are going to turn in this first quarter.
Hi first grade families, this is Miss Moore. I'm one of the first grade teachers here at Ashland, and I'm so excited to be doing what I love, teaching. I'm here today to talk to you about what you and your child can do on Mondays. Teachers offer office hours. You can find more details about this on the Teachers Canvas page by clicking the Parent Resource button. You can use Mondays to catch up on your child's assignments from the previous week. Do this by clicking through each subject and making sure your student has completed all assignments. It is also a good idea for students to access RazKids and Dreambox for reading and math practice. Of course, you will want to make sure your child is logging in through Clever. Lastly, remind your students to have materials organized and ready for a successful week of learning.
Hey first grade families, this is Mrs. Wilson. I'm one of the first grade teachers here at Ashland, and I'm here to talk to you about all of the concepts that your child will be learning for the rest of the first quarter. So in language arts, we're going to be working on storytelling, exploring nonfiction, sharing opinions and writing, and then we're also going to be talking about story elements, and then we are definitely going to be working on lots and lots of writing. For math, we're going to continue working on calendar, but we're going to start the introduction to symbols for addition, subtraction, and equality. We're also going to start working on addition strategies, and that's going to include working with story problems. We're going to continue to work on ordinal numbers, focus on some money, and then we're going to start telling time to the hour. I also want to let you guys know that we do have to work on some of the kindergarten standards that were not covered at the end of last year. So if you see us doing some work that kind of looks like kindergarten, it's because we have to teach that because they did not get that at the end of their kindergarten school year last year. For science, we're going to start talking about the earth and the sun and the relationship between those two. And then we're also going to be working on weather and seasonal changes. And then for social studies, we're going to start talking about some patriotic symbols. And at the bottom, you'll notice I put a reminder, science and social studies are not taught simultaneously. So either we are teaching science or social studies, but we're not teaching them at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you, first grade families. We got this. We love being first, and together we soar higher.